warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, welcome to the math lesson. Okay, student, the topic today is triangle. In indicator today, the first is to determine kind of triangle based on the length of their side. And two, to determine kind of triangle based on the size of their angles. And third is to determine kind of triangle based on the length of their side and the size of their angle. And keyword, the first, rectangle. Diagonal, side, angle, and the last, right angle triangle. Yes, the first. The kind of triangle based on the length of side is type of triangle. Number one, equilateral triangles. This is the figure of equilateral triangles. The character, the one or the first is have three equal sides. This is and this is. And the second, have three equal angles. For the example, 90 degrees, 90 degrees and 90 degrees. And the last characteristic is have three lines of symmetry. This one, this is, and this is. Next, type of triangle number two is isosceles triangles. This is the figure of isosceles triangle, and the characteristic number one is have two equal sides, and this one. And number two is have two equal angle. For the example, x degrees and x degrees. And the last characteristic is have one line of symmetry, and this one. And next, type of triangle is scalene triangle. This one characteristic is all sides have different length. This is the figure of scalene triangle. The characteristic number two is all angles have different measure. For the example, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, and 50 degrees. And next, number two is kind of triangle based on the size of their angle. Type number one, acute triangle. The characteristic number one, all angles are less than 90 degrees. This is the figure of acute triangle. For example, the first angle 80 degrees, 40 degrees, and 60 degrees. Type number two is obtuse triangles. The characteristic is it has one angle more than 90 degrees. This is the figure of obtuse triangle. The angle 30 degrees, the first, the second 40 degrees, and the last 110 degrees. Type number three is right triangle. The characteristic is it has a right angle. This is the figure. So this is 90 degrees or right angle. number 3 is based on length and their side and the side of their angle. Type number 1, isosceles triangle. The characteristic is to have two equal sides. This is the figure. This one, the first side and the second side. The characteristic number 2 is have one right angle. This is 90 degrees or right angle. Type number 2 is isosceles obtuse triangles. The characteristic, the first, have two equal sides. This is, for the example, 40 degrees, and have one obtuse triangle, for the example, 100 degrees. Okay, so the conclusion today is kind of triangle. The first, based on the length of their side, have three kinds. The first, equilateral triangle. The second is isosceles triangle, and third is scalene triangle. Based on the side are acute triangle, obtuse triangle, right triangle, and the last, based on the length of their side and the side of their angle, are the first, isosceles right triangle, number 2, isosceles obtuse triangle, and the last, isosceles acute triangle. Okay, thank you, bye.